I just see a massive white flash hitting the ground really, really hard. Double lung collapsed, and all my face is ripped off. I hallucinated hard. My arms pinned.
Yeah.
And I was obviously laid in bed and I couldn't move. I was like on a crucifix with dogs eating my legs.
Oh my God.
You've lost both your legs. I was like, you lost your hand. Yeah, electric wheelchair for the rest of my life. Like, is this it? So what now? He's like, oh, this is what now? Don't know any triple amputee sailors. Buying a boat. I'm going around the world. I'm absolutely doing this. And in all my years of sailing, I'd never had this happen. And then in the day, it just snapped. This is gonna go bad.
It's debrief time, and this week I've got a great guest, Craig Wood. You're going to get to know all about him. How are you, Craig? You all right, mate?
Yeah, very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Listen, the way this works, then I'm going to take you back to little Craig.
Yep.
We're going to build up through your life. We're going to find out what happened to you. Quite a lot by the look of it.
Yeah, some stuff.
All right, and we'll just have a bit of a laugh and a joke. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, cool.
Sound good?
Cool.
So let's take you back to small Craig. Where's Craig from? How old are you, Craig?
I'm 34 now.
You're 34. Okay, all right.
And I suppose I live in Woodlands in Doncaster.
Okay.
So a mining town, basically.
Is that where you were born? Was it?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
still where I live
So
now.
you look like you're a Donny man. Eh?
Yeah, Woodlands. Yeah, born and bred. Yeah, and every weekend we used to go to a caravan site, and that's where like the love of water sports was like developed.
Yeah, nice one.
And being outdoors and just adventuring.
You at school? Just take you back a little bit. How was you at school? Was you any good?
Not really. I think if there was a more hands-on thing in school, like if the teachers were going to go, all right, this is how the world revolves. We're going to go outside, play with balls and in sand and stuff like that. A bit more physical.
You'd have been all right.
I would have loved it.
I hear that so many times, mate. Honestly, I genuinely hear that so many times because you know it's to show me that you're an academic. I'm not. I'm thicker as the way along it. Like, you know what I mean? So it don't work for me. That sort of stuff. So family life.
Yeah.
Mum, dad, all right, good.
All good, yeah. Still married now.
Still married now. That's
an older brother. Yeah,
wow.
that's rare.
That is rare. That is that rock and roll shit, mate. That is. And a brother, older, younger?
Older. Yeah,
oh,
2 years older.
2 years older. Okay.
Yeah.
So really,
close.
it's sort of like a typical family then, a typical northern
working
family.
class family. Yeah.
Yeah. No, what kind of estate did you live on?
Terraced house so like rows of terrace houses in a square.
Oh
with
wow,
a central
Coronation Street style.
Yeah. With a green in the middle and all the kids play in the middle, and then you get shouted at when it's time to come in for dinner, or when the lights come on.
So would you say you had a happy childhood? Would you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, good. I like it when people have had a happy childhood because you never get a childhood back, do you? Do you know what I mean?
You don't. No, you don't. And a lot of the things I learned in my childhood, I'm trying to replicate with my children now.
Yeah, of course.
Like all the playful stuff, you know, like doing sports at a young age.
Massively important. It gives them direction. It gives them a sense of purpose. It gives them all these things that, you know, it's too easy now to just sit in a tablet, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Really is, yeah.
You know, and it breaks me when I see like parents go, "Oh, there you go, sit down," and the kid just goes like that. Do you know what I mean? It breaks me.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
It's lazy parenting, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it is. The only time I allow that is when we're on a plane. If you're on
You've
a plane,
got to let them have a go. You've got because otherwise they're going to get bullied, don't they? I get that. They've got to be able to catch up with technology because even if we look at the battlefield now, it's like that. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, isn't it? So
absolutely.
I get it, but they've still got to have their daily dose of get outside and get some fresh air in your lungs.
Scrape your knee.
Like, yeah. Bounce about a bit.
Go be a kid, yeah.
That's it. So, school-wise, did you achieve anything? Did you get anything out of it?
Not really. No, not at all. I got in my GCSEs. That's as high as my academic levels went.
Okay.
I think the highest I got was a C.
It's all right.
I failed geography.
Yeah.
I got a U in geography.
A U means unfit for purpose.
Yeah. Well done. You wrote your name. I got my name right. And now I'm sailing around the world, so it doesn't really make any sense. But school for me was just hanging around with my mates.
Yeah, it is for a lot of people. When did you first sort of like take a shine to what the military was doing? When did you sort of like, what was your first exposure to the military?
I actually joined the cadets.
Okay, that's a common thread between a lot of my a lot of people that come on here.
I did it for about 6 weeks, and every single week it was just first aid. And I was like, I've joined the cadets. I haven't joined St. John's Ambulance. Like I've already done the St. John's Ambulance thing. Like.
I suppose that can happen in some cadets units. You've got instructors that are heavy into that sort of stuff. They're going to push it onto you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If you've got a couple of paratroopers, you're going to be on your belt buckle, aren't you? Do you know
exactly. Yeah. And so for me, I was like, I'm giving up my weekends at the caravan, being in the woods, climbing up trees, playing soldier anyway, to do first aid. I was like, I'd rather just.
So you done 6 weeks in the cadets?
6 weeks in the cadets.
What cap actually? Can you remember?
No idea. Absolutely
Whatever.
No idea. Yeah.
So you come to your end of your school, you get your U in your geography.
Yeah.
At what point do you think to yourself, right, I'm gonna join the military?
When I was about 15, 16, I was like, I think I'm gonna join the army. My cousins were in the army.
What were they in?
Signals, all in signals actually, but one tried to go for there's a special forces signals.
Yeah.
I think he tried for that.
That's another conversation.
I don't know if he got in.
Yeah.
He tried for that.
264 it was back in that day. It would have been 264, 18 SIGs or something. I lose. They got their own cap badge and wings and everything now.
Yeah. So I remember them being around one Christmas, and it was all like, "Wow, you guys are all 6'4". He's like, "You're massive." He's like, "Yeah, we're in the military." He's like, "That, I'll have that."
Yeah,
please.
that's what I want to do.
So I was like, "Well, what captivates what I really want? I want to travel. I want to be in the woods, and running around with guns." He's like,
"Not to love."
Yeah, right. Infantry. So I went and joined at 16. I did all my paperwork.
Okay.
They asked me if I wanted to be a junior or a young adult.
Yeah.
And I said basically, what's the pros and cons? He's like, if I was going to go to Harrogate, I'd probably be the one of the oldest there, and it'd take, I think, up to a year of training.
About a year at Harrogate. Yeah. I'm up there tomorrow, so you're on passing out parade. So that's where I am actually.
Nice. That's quite far away, and or you join the adult and then you just do 6 months training, and then you're in your battalion and you do.
And presumably, when you joined up now, you know that the world's at war. What year was this?
2009.
Okay, right, yeah, well,
2008. 2008, I joined.
Everybody's scrapping. Everybody's scrapping. So you've seen the repatriations. You understand what you're getting yourself involved with.
Yeah, exactly.
You've seen the flag draped coffins and all that stuff. I've got a lot of time for people who join up in those sorts of times. You know what I mean? Because you were under no illusion.
Yeah, exactly. And it was sort of like, even in training, they're like, you understand you're joining the infantry. You're going to be posted to a battalion that's going to need soldiers to replenish the soldiers that are going out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, understood.
Replenish means because they come back as
yeah,
well.
exactly that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Obviously, they use a lot more horrid terms than that.
Yeah,
but,
of course,
yeah.
If you use horrid terms, you don't you can use something like.
But so I was like, cool. Well, as long as I'm in a battalion that has a beach, I'm good, because there was potentially Crete and 2 rifles that had a beach, and they were like, oh, 2 rifles have got a beach. You can windsurf on there if you want. They're like, we know you like windsurfing. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. Okay, then cool. And then it's 2 rifles. I windsurfed 0 times on that beach.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
saw lots of sand elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And I puked on it about 5 times. But yeah, I did training.
How did you find training? So where did you go? Did you go to ITC Catterick?
Yeah, I did Catterick. Yeah,
okay,
so I was the youngest in our platoon, training platoon.
That's the sort of like, if you're going to be the oldest in one, but you flip over, you're going to be the youngest.
Exactly that. Yeah, so I was 17 and 1 month.
Yeah.
And I joined with her about as long as what I've got now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That must have lasted quite a long time.
Yeah. And it was like quite a bit of a show, because the corporals there were all thinking that I had some sort of attachment to my hair. And I was like, it's the cheapest haircut I'm ever going to get.
Yeah.
I was like, you're just going to buzz it, right? And they're like, yeah. How long is it taking you to grow? I was like, doesn't really matter. They're like, I'm not bothered.
Who cares? Get it off.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, a bit deflated by it.
So They wanted you to, you to be crying into your breakfast, didn't they?
Yeah, it was just absolutely not. No, I've been growing it knowing I'm going to get a free haircut. Training was okay. Not the fittest, not the worst.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, very much so.
Did you enjoy it? Did you? Was it what you expected it to be?
Yeah, it got a bit. Not boring at the end, but it got a bit like long.
Groundhog Day.
A little bit. Yeah.
A bit like, here we go again. And of course, you have that. If you're not into your drill and discipline, that last bit is sort of like shrouded in left, right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly
and bullying boots and all that sort. Which wasn't my forte. I understand it's a necessary evil. Do you know what I mean? I always encourage people to do the best
especially with
they
the
can,
premise of you're in the rifles. When you get to the battalion, you don't even need to do this. You know, you can just put on creased pants. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because you double about, don't you? You do all the doubling about stuff.
Yeah. So why are we doing it now? You're like, you've got to do it now. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Brilliant. But yeah, that was all good.
Did your brothers come and see you for your passing out parade?
Yeah, all the family came. Yeah.
Everyone came.
Yeah, that was all good. Yeah.
All proud of you.
Well, yeah, as anyone would be, right?
Yeah. Of course, yeah. No, it's good.
that was great. I think it was 2 weeks off, and then I got to battalion. So I got to battalion first week of December. Met my platoon there.
Have they all done operational tours by this stage, did they?
Well, some had. All the corporals had.
Yeah.
But it was quite a young platoon.
Okay.
You know, like 22, 23-year-olds.
Right. Because that's a difficult time to join. When I joined up, my lot had just come back from South Armagh. So they were in banding countries in Northern Ireland. They've all got a medal.
Yeah.
I've got nothing. I am super uber crow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until I can get myself at least on a tour. Do you know what I mean? I'm just crow, and that's it. Do you know what I mean?
That's the same. Yeah, basically, yeah. And we were based in Northern Ireland, so like we were actually there, and there was still a little bit of a threat. You know, it was still like don't walk around in your camos.
Yeah, you could go your civvies, check your car, all that sort of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in our day and age, I thought that was all gone because you never hear about it in the news.
Not right now. You never did. Once they did the Good Friday Agreement, it was all over, wasn't it? Apparently.
Exactly that. Yeah. Unless someone's being shot down in the street or something, you're like, wait, well, this is still a threat. But yeah, Northern Ireland in Ballykinler, nicknamed Ballykill Yourself. Yeah,
I've not heard that before.
It
must have been grim. I mean, I always did Ballykinler. I was with a cop platoon, or I did some training stuff down there.
Yeah.
So for me, it was always look forward to because you're going to go in the bowl, you're going to all the cars about, you're going to be doing contact drills. So for me, Ballykinler was a great thing because it took you out of the sangers,
right,
and put you somewhere where you were going to be doing something for a bit of training. So Ballykinler was always, and you could have a couple of beers down there as well. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant training ground.
Yeah, awesome.
Huge.
Yeah, the bowl. I've got some great I've got some great memories from there.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely brilliant training ground.
So I've not heard Ballykill Yourself.
Yeah, Ballykill Yourself. Yeah. So I arrived there and then get to know as much as you can get to know the platoon in a week, and then it's Christmas leave. And then I didn't know at the time, but when we got back, it was like pre-deployment training,
Which was being done where?
In Ballykinler.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
they sort of like re-rolled it. There you go.
Yeah, basically.
Now, where were you going? Where was your pre-deployment for?
Afghanistan.
Yeah,
okay.
So,
Herrick 10. Yeah. So this is like the new year of 2009.
Yeah.
And all the guys are like, "Oh yeah, but you're REMP, right?" I was like, "How am I REMP?" Like, "You can't go until you're 18." I was like, "What?"
Honking.
And they're like, "Yeah, you can't." I was like, "Oh, all right, okay." That was like a massive shock to me because I was like, "Oh no, guys, I'm part of the team, right?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Not yet." Yeah.
And how long until your 18th birthday? At
April. So they all got sent out in like February, March.
Yeah.
So I got to see all them leave. They've all written like the letters that are left on the bed, and like, this is pretty heavy.
And you're still in Ballykill Yourself.
Yeah.
That must have been double Ballykill Yourself.
With all the 17-year-olds.
Double Ballykill Yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're learning drill for the repatriation stuff.
Beautiful.
Which
is important, but it's
mega
not what you want to do, is it?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Mega sad as well. And you want to do that good. You don't like if there's one bit of drill you want to do really good.
Absolutely. It goes over and above, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? You don't want to let anyone down, do you?
Yeah, as well as training for our sort of pre-deployment as well. But I remember on my birthday, our RSM was like, we're all stood to attention. Rifleman word. Yep. And he's like, tickets, Afghan. There you go. I'm like, yes, let's go, let's do it. He's like, your bags packed. No, I had no idea when I'd be going. He's like, yeah, you're good. Pack your bags. Like, yeah, you got to be on this bus 3 days. You'll be going down to Prize Norton, and you're all good. And I was like, oh, awesome.
Happy days.
Like, I can go now.
So you're quite excited now?
Yeah, right. I'm getting back to the guys.
I'm getting back to the blokes. I'm going to be going and doing a
exactly doing the thing.
Tour.
Yeah, and which is really cool. So I get out to Afghanistan, and I can't remember where it was. If it was. There was like a bazaar and we could buy cigarettes and stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to buy some cigarettes for the guys.
Yeah.
It's like really cool if I can show up. And like, I know some of the guys smoke. So yeah, here's a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. Nice thing.
Just try to.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry I've not been here.
Yeah.
And fortunately,
what do you hear all their stories?
Yeah.
About how much they've done.
Yeah.
All the flat packing they've been up to.
I didn't want them to be like, oh, you've missed it all. It's like,
yeah.
But fortunately, nothing had really happened in our platoon yet.
Yeah.
So like we hadn't really had any contact. Nobody had been injured or anything like that. So like we were all quite fortunate in that way. So yeah, I get there. April must be around last week of April that I arrived, and then I'm there 3 months. I dislocate my shoulder, so I'm having remedial training on that.
How'd you do that?
It's subluxed. I was carrying ECM blue. And it just
popped
and it was like, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
And very reluctant to say it, because I know I'm going to look like that guy, you know, and nobody wants to look like that guy. It's like, and I'm hurting, but I'm like,
I am lining myself up for a biff chit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is never going to go down.
And everyone's
well.
going to go half a tour. You've only been here 5 minutes, and
Yeah,
you're already biffing
right.
on the Fablon chit.
Yeah, I was like, if I don't get knocked out, and then they're just even not going to believe me. I was like, this is the way it is. I can carry on as much as I can, but at the end, I'm just putting people in danger by not being able to.
And
carry.
that is the responsible thing to do as well. By the way, do you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's a difficult decision, but you obviously were ahead of your time.
Well, I got
when you
shit
was a
for
young
it.
man. Do you know what I mean?
I rightfully got shit for it.
Yeah.
Because I should be physically fit to be able to do the job, right? But sometimes your body lets you down. Anyway, I did that remedial training, and then I went on R&R. Then I got back, and then as soon as I got back to our platoon, it was sort of like contact heaven. You know, we were getting contacts all the time. This is July, and it was just after.
You say contacts, IEDs, or are you getting a bit of trigger time?
Both.
So you're getting some two-way stuff.
The first one I remember is we have this Lance Jack, and his accolade was like, you know how many times I've been blown up? I was like, I have no idea. I don't even know I can survive one.
I don't want to be anywhere near you.
Yeah, right. And he's like a mega cool guy, and he's like, I think it was like 6 times.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, how?
Yeah.
He's like, just all really lucky stuff. I think it was the same day he told me that. Boom. He gets hit and he's landed 6 feet away. He's got mud all in his teeth, throwing his helmet down. He's like, I'm sick of being blown up. I was like, yeah, like, and then his skills and drills come in and he's checking everyone and doing all that stuff. And you're like, man, this guy is like hardcore. Yeah. And then you hear it, it's like, tack, tack, tack. Like, all right, yeah, cool, game on, contact. And then we all line up, start an RTR and all that good stuff. Nothing happens from it. We all just sort of die down, and then it's like, okay, right. So that's a nice buzz, that. Like, great. You know, no one got injured.
You've gripped the situation.
Yeah.
You got a few rounds down the range.
It's sort of like, we fought back. No one got injured, and he's got another tick for another explosion that's gone off and not killed him. Incredible. But then I think it was very shortly after that, the 5 guys got injured in a daisy chain event in Wishtan. Okay. And it was like 5 in one day, and it was sort of like,
really? And were they dead or?
Yeah, dead. Yeah.
That's honky.
And it was a really bad one.
Were they friends who?
Yeah, we knew them. Yeah, like certainly, the other people in my platoon knew them much better than I did. Yeah. Because they were in longer, right? I knew one of the guys quite well because he was 17 as well, so we were back in Ballykinler together, and just really sad, and it was sort of like, wow, 5 in one day.
That's a big number. You put 5
hit.
People on the floor now.
Yeah.
And said to me, "You're all dead." You go, "Geez, it does it? It don't."
Right. That's mass murder.
Yeah, like, it is.
In civilian terms.
Yeah. Serial killing stuff. That's like, that's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, and so we were like, oh, it's really getting big now. It's like getting really bad. You know, it's like every platoon had at least an injury. We were the only platoon that was left that didn't, and it was like, it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna have to happen. The statistics are just there, right? So July 30th comes.
What was your method with coping with that?
Don't think about it.
Just don't think about it. Just
listen to your orders.
Listen to your orders. Carry on with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Facing forwards.
Yeah, right. I mean, I suppose
5 and 20s. Gonna be all right.
Try as hard as you can, right?
Yeah,
Control
absolutely.
what you can.
Yeah.
So
was there ever a point where you thought?
Like at the first patrol we did, I was thinking like my expectation of Afghanistan was, it's like everyone's out there hiding in a bush, ready to come at you at any given moment. Yeah. And it's like first patrol, I'm like, yeah, they're everywhere, and then you're like, oh, there's kids running up to you, and you're like, okay, are they good kids or bad kids? Like, oh, they're just kids. And you're like, oh, shit, these guys are just people they've got an insurgency, and it's man. Then you just sort of get the realization that it's like, wow, I feel sorry for these guys. Like they've been given a shit hand. There's bad people here.
Absolutely. And, I've seen that.
So this is the job, right? Yeah. Great. So that reinforced the sort of like why I've joined and what I wanted to do.
Trying to make a difference, make the place a better place for other less fortunate people. That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, I was really shitting myself though on the first, like properly shitting myself on the first patrol. But after that though, it sort of dulled down. You're like, no, actually, we are just fighting a very small percentage of the people, but they are very sneaky in what they do. Yeah, July 30th comes and like, oh, we're going on a patrol. We're going south. I'd not been that way before. My very limited amount of patrols that I did.
How long you say patrol? How long you was out for? Were you sort of like FOB out and back in a few hours, or
yeah,
was this a proper?
So
like we're going
this
out for a
was
few
from
days.
sang in DC to Fobnole,
Okay.
I believe, and we were basically resupplying them.
Okay.
But we didn't even get there. We were only out for like 4 hours, and I got hit it. So like I think it was the second time we knelt down for some water. And it was like just take 5, have some water, have a little, one section here on ours, and then there's staggered sections, rivers between us. You're like, all right, cool. We've got maize or poppy on our right, and it's just a beautiful path that you'd love to walk your dog down. Except this one had a bomb in it. So as I knelt down, I was 4th in. I was carrying ECM red. I had a guy in front of me, platoon section commander, and I might have been 5th. Guy in front of him, then the bomber guy. The bomber guy must have been on it, or is the guy behind him must have been on the actual IED, like sat on it, stood on it, whatever. Yeah. And I don't know why because it was a command wire IED. I don't know why they didn't trigger it, because they'd have got a kill.
Yeah.
So them guys are like mega lucky. And as we set off, we got about 20 steps. I just see a massive white flash, bang. I remember like, whoa, hitting the heart of the ground really, really hard.
So presumably you went up quite a bit.
I don't know. I just remember landing really hard.
Thrown back with such force.
Yeah. And because I took such a whack on the face, I just remember the guy in front of me turning around, screaming my name, and then I like black out. I can't remember anything after that. I was conscious, they say, but I can't.
So at that stage, you got no idea that there's bits come off.
No idea. No,
none at all.
Not a
you
bit.
just pass out.
Yeah.
And that's it. So that's your last recollection of Afghanistan.
A guy running towards me,
screaming. There's a guy running towards you, screaming, and then literally you are.
Yeah.
And obviously that's when they go straight to work on you and do their. I mean, those MERT teams are insane now, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
So from me getting hit to being in Bastion, it was 17 minutes.
Wow.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
Like 17 minutes. You don't even get that in the UK. You don't. Incredible. So that saved my life. The guys saved my life. So mega grateful for all of that, for sure. And yeah, they stabilized me in Bastion, pumped me full of blood, double lung collapsed, all my face is ripped off. So it's like really difficult. The corporal was saying he didn't know how to like stop the blood in my face.
Yeah, because you want to apply direct pressure, but you're sort of like almost snuffing your life out of you,
just breathing. It's breathing blood. Like, what do we do? So they tracheostomied me out on the ground, and got me back to Bastion, got me stabilised, and flew me back to Birmingham, Selly Oak.
Let's talk about that then. So obviously you sort of like by now, I presume your parents knew, your brother would have known, everyone would have known apart from you. You're the only one who doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And you're the one that's in his scratcher now with bits that weren't there anymore.
Exactly that, yeah. So
just talk me through that, how you came around with all that going on.
Yeah, difficulty. I hallucinated hard. Like, I hallucinated, because...
But before you come around?
Oh, yeah.
So like, you're proper in a fucking...
I was going loopy, man. Like, because I had shrapnel on this side, I had my arms pinned.
Yeah.
And I was obviously laid in bed and I couldn't move. So I felt like I was like on a crucifix with dogs eating my legs.
Oh my God.
And that was like a really vivid, if I think about it, I can see that image now. And it's like...
You've got the haircut for the crucifix
I
now,
know,
mate.
right? Yeah. I got it. It's like a desert island look.
Yeah.
But yeah, those hallucinations were like really scary because I didn't know why I was hallucinating like that. And then when I come to, I wake up to all my parents crying. Wow. Girlfriend at the time crying her eyes out. I'm like, wow, I've never seen my granddad cry. Like, why is he crying?
So have you twigged what's happened to you by this?
Yeah, so like sort of by then I'm like, I'm either still hallucinating in a dream, and it's the realest dream I've ever had.
Yeah.
So I'm like properly in denial, and then or I'm like in hospital, something bad has happened.
Yeah.
And then the more I come around, like a couple of days later, I'm like, oh no, yeah, I'm
At
fucked.
what point did you realise the extent of what was missing on you?
So my legs I kind of got, because I was like, oh, that explains why dogs are eating my legs. I don't have any anymore. My brain was just trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So that was probably just me hearing stuff and
Yes.
me being in a coma, and it's just,
Yeah.
you know, try and figure this out. My hand, it took a while for me to actually accept, because I could feel it. I can feel it now. I can wiggle each one of my fingers
Were
individually.
you left-handed or right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
You were left-handed, so
Yeah.
that was like a massive thing then.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden it's like
Exactly.
They do say that you can sort of like almost pick things up
like,
with it.
It was mad, because I was like, no, my hand's there. I can feel it. And they're like, that's phantom sensation. They're like, I am telling you, I can feel that hand as much as I can feel this one. And they're like, yeah, we know, we get it, but it's not there. And I was like, it feels like it's there. You know, like, what? Yeah. I didn't know anything about my face at the time.
Because I'm going to tell you, you're looking all right now. Your
Yeah,
face,
it's taken a long time.
Yeah. You don't look too disfigured compared with some people that have.
If I shave, I've got a scar all the way from my chin that runs all the way up to my head here.
Okay.
So yeah, like
disguised with a nice little part in there. Look.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, you got to match the hair for it. Yeah. So they told me about the legs. They're like, oh, you've lost both your legs. I was like, yeah, cool. You've lost your hand. Yeah. And I was like, my thumb's weird. Something's wrong with my thumb. And they were like, oh yeah, your thumb was hanging off. I was like, oh cool, because I was like, I can't move it right because I don't have that joint anymore.
Okay.
And that was like one of the first things I pinged. I was like, I can't. What's wrong with it? Yeah, that's fused now. Okay, cool. And then they're like, and then there's something else. And I was like, oh no, don't say it. And they're like, what? I was like, I've lost my dick. And they're like, no, it's not there. I was like, no, I need you to show me it. I need you to show me it.
I need a picture. I need a dick pic now. My own dick.
Right, yeah. So this nurse got really annoyed with me, and she held a mirror there, and she's like, it's still there. Shut up. I was like, thank you. I was like, that's all I cared about. What is it then? And they're like, it's your face. I was like, I don't care about my face.
So what was the point you actually looked in the mirror the first time?
It was like, 4 weeks after. Everyone made a big deal of it. I was just like, yeah, cool. My face is injured. Like, okay.
Chick loves scars.
Not too many, apparently. But yeah, it was sort of like, I think the biggest thing is like, how am I going to walk again?
Yeah. This must be racing through your mind. Every time the doctor walks out the room, you have to think to yourself, how long am I going to be here? What condition am I going to be? Am I going to get... Because you'd have known about the prosthetics by then. What's it going to be like? And am I going to be all right?
Actually, no. It wasn't until... You've had him on the show, actually. Mark Ormerod. He came to see me in hospital.
Oh, okay.
When I was up on the normal ward.
He talks about coming to see you,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I paid that forward as well, which is really cool. Because I was like, what he did there for me was immense. And I was like, that really meant a lot to me. So me doing it for other people hopefully has the same thing.
Yeah.
However, yeah, I didn't know about that until basically he came. So that was what, like maybe a month and a half.
So what are you thinking up until this age? You're going to get a couple of like, you're going to be the...
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, am I going to be in a electric wheelchair for the rest of my life? Like, is this it? And because doctors had already told me, it's like, windsurfing, probably not. I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, sailing, probably not. I don't know any triple amputee sailors. And then my dad was sort of like, what? We've got Paralympic sailing. What are you talking about? And then he went off.
I mean, I suppose the tactic is not to build you up to expectations.
Yeah, but I'd rather them not say anything than say what I can't do.
I do get that. I get that.
It's like, I don't want you to tell me what I can't do. I want you to say what
can
might be possible, know, instead of saying, oh, you probably can't do that. It's like, no, you're just going to annoy me to do it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's a tactic. I don't know. But my dad went off and got sent an email to the Paralympic sailing guys. And he got the email back for the development coach. And he was like, Paralympic sailing, go do that. I was like, I'm still in hospital. And I'm like, that's a great focus.
But you're lining stuff up already. You're thinking about... So this is part of your sort of like resilience and forced resilience on your part, really, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because now you're thinking, right, I've got to do something. You're building it. And I think that's massively important. Other people do understand that even when you was that low, you could have got under a snake's belly with a fucking top hat on. Like, do you know what I mean? That's how low you are. But you're still looking up. You're still looking out. You're still going up and down.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, this is... like, there was a really low point, I'll tell you it. I'm post-coma. I've just come out of it, like a few days out of it, and I saw... I'm pinned again. and I saw a guy walk in, and at this point I couldn't speak because when you do a tracheostomy, there's no airflow past your vocal cords, so you can't actually speak. And I see this guy walk in, and I'm like, I don't know. My mum sees it in my eyes, and she's like, Craig, don't. And I was like, look away, start absolutely bawling. You know, I'm like absolutely giving it the beans. Like, you know, this is crying for real. And then my mum gets up and leaves. And then she comes back later and she's like, now what? And I'm just looking, I can't defend myself, can't explain anything. She's just like, you've cried. You're still a triple amputee. Now what? Just do an eye roll. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to change.
It's not going to change anything. You know, I can cry all I want. Right. Yeah, okay, cool. Don't know how she knew it. Right there in that moment. That's exactly, it's my mum, right?
Yeah, no chance.
It's exactly what I needed. And I don't know if my dad knew it, but as soon as he gave me that email address for the Paralympic stuff, it's exactly what I needed at that time.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's one thing that parents just have, that innate knowledge, that intuition. It's like, they need this right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and I really did. So yeah, like that so what now? He's like, oh, this is what now? Paralympic sailing. Cool. And I'm a true believer in like little gains, like the 1%ers.
I'm all over that. That is me.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Do one thing a day that's going to make it better for you tomorrow. Like, and then if you can do that throughout the year, you're going to see a huge change.
Yeah.
Even if
I think it's important sometimes because you can't, you know, at that stage of the campaign, if you're focusing on that, you're going to miss all this.
Exactly.
Because you're too busy looking at that.
Yeah.
So focus on the first step. I say this, but, you know, in the fan dance, you know what I mean? Concentrate on where the next foot's going.
Exactly.
Don't worry about your water arm. Don't walk about getting back. Don't worry about the red telephone box.
Yeah.
Concentrate on your next footstep. Like,
exactly
you know what I mean? And you'll get there.
Yeah, I completely agree. So yeah, my recovery in the hospital was 3 months. So I leave, I'm in an electric wheelchair, and then I get my dates for Headley Court, which gets all the prosthetics on. I'm there for about, that was 2009, so I'm there for 5 years. And in that time, I'm in and out of sailing as well. So when I'm not getting new legs,
and what are they, so are they taking you right back to the basics, like put you in a topper or to get you going?
No. So I learnt in a topper.
Okay, I was going to say that's where your foundations are, and toppers and
exactly that.
All that sort of stuff.
They put you in a keel boat, so you can't tip it up.
Okay.
Whereas toppers are great fun, but you can knock them over.
Yeah, you can knock them over.
Which is not safe for.
But a small boat nonetheless, like a wayfarer or something like that.
Yeah, a 2.4 meter. Okay. So it is literally a bathtub with a big lead bulb at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
A very wet boat, but a good one to learn on. But very quickly realised I was never going to be world champion because the competition's far too great. I had a better success rate with 2 other injured guys, and we were going to go in a 3-person keelboat, all sort of like sponsored and run up that way. So we went into that quite heavy. Got to about 8th in the world, which is really good. And the aim was like, we're not good enough for Rio, because it's like 2012 when we started getting into it. We're not good enough for Rio because we're up against guys who've been doing it 20 years. We just don't have that skill set yet. But 2020, yeah. Like, so we've got an 8-year campaign
window to get yourself.
We're going to just smash every day, little bits, right? But when we were in Melbourne in 2015 at the World Championships, they're like, oh yeah, the 2020 Games has been cut for Paralympic sailing. We're like, what? Why? How? What? They're like, so we've got no future. And they're like, no, Rio is like the last Paralympic sailing games. Like, oh, okay, great. So everything went into that Melbourne Games. We didn't win it. And then we sat having a beer, and some guy we got to know was like, so guys, you've got no future. And we're like, yeah, brilliant.
Great, thanks.
Like, so you've got some spare time? He's like, do you want to come for a sail? Like, yeah, what boat are you in? And he's like, I'm in a 53-foot ferro cement, like cruiser, round the world cruiser. And like, you might think that I was excited, but actually I was like apprehensive at first because I was unsure whether or not I could even get on the boat, whether or not I'd be not falling over all the ropes, the winches, if I could even do it.
You've got to get upstairs, downstairs.
Right, exactly. So I was like mega apprehensive, and I was like, I'll do it anyway because I'm not going to say no to that opportunity.
Yeah.
Definitely going to, when an opportunity like that comes to you, don't say no. So I go on board, and super easy to get on board. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about anything then. If my first worry is so easy to overcome, all the rest are just going to be as trivial. And they were. So I get on board, I start helming, and I'm like, yeah, I'm buying a boat. I'm going around the world. I'm absolutely doing this. So this is November 2015. I had a boat by 2016, April 2016, and then I was like, right, maybe I should learn how to park it. Maybe I should learn how to do all the nav and stuff. Start getting online, find a school, turn to Starboard, and they take injured veterans, wounded, injured, sick, the whiz veterans, and teach them how to sail. Basically, they'll teach you all the way up to yacht master if you want it. So that's a professional certification. So you can.
All between times, presumably, you're still having work done on your face and your.
So the work on my face lasted all the way up until 2013, and that it basically got to the point where it can keep cutting, but it might scar more. So
right.
like,
Okay.
If you're at that point, and we're done, aren't we? My nose is actually my head turned round and put here.
Okay.
So I grow hair on the end of my nose, which is from here.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
No, it's fine. It's
you've got to do it one day. Just
grow it really far. I was going to plait it all.
I used to like growing my eyebrows, so I look like a prawn. Like, do you know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah, and so that all ended quite early on because it was sort of like there's no real gain out of it now. Once I got this nose, weird thing to say. But yeah, once I got this nose, then it was sort of like, well, if it's detrimental now, more surgery, no point carrying on.
Yeah, done it. You're in the park. You got a nose.
Right.
But you're all right.
Yeah. I can sniff. It works.
Yeah.
Bogies like everyone else.
Yeah, cool.
Great. Yeah. So that all sort of died down. The last surgery I had was 2014, and I left the military same year. So yeah, I was like free agent sort of thing by then.
Pretty gutted about leaving the military.
No, not really. I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, and plus my focus had shifted so heavily onto sailing.
Yeah,
like,
so
no,
now
this
it's
is
all
definitely
like,
what I want to
boom,
do.
that's where I'm going here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so there was no real drama in the career change there. However, when I did like set my sights on sailing around the world, it was like all in. So yeah, turned Starboard. They trained me up, get me up to my day skippers, and I'm like, cool. It's really all I need to know for now. I'm not going across any oceans. Sailed all the way into the Mediterranean with two friends. Bought a new boat, one that sailed a bit quicker. Sailed that out of the Med.
Do you have to have many modifications done to it because of the way you are? No, so you just take it out. It's off the shelf. I'll have that.
Beauty of boats is I've stumbled across it. But it's plainly obvious when we say it. It's like it's probably the longest reigning disabled sport on the planet, sailing, because pirates all had wooden legs, right? So amputees.
I've never looked at it like that.
Yeah, right.
I've never looked at it like that. Yeah.
Amputees have been sailing for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And doing what amputees do.
Yeah.
Sail boats. And yeah, it's quite accommodating actually.
Yeah.
You don't need much. Boats have all got handles everywhere anyway, so
yeah,
it's all good. Put the little legs on. I don't do it in these because I'm too high.
Yeah.
So I have like feet that come to there. So I'm mega short. But it means I'm stable. And yeah, like other than an electric winch that I've got on my new boat now, there's no other adaptation at all.
How about swimming? Are you only good at swimming?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you plunge in at any time with all your blubber on,
you
just
I try to spearfish, but I can't get down
deep enough.
I can't dive like at all.
I was just adapt some flippers or something like that.
Yeah, my wife was like, just take a really heavy weight. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be good for down, but not up. Oh, yeah.
Well, one of those things you hold on to.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, you could probably hold on the other hand.
Yeah, just hook on. Yeah, I just have to equalize properly, but yeah.
All right, I'm getting your finger now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I start sailing around the world, and I eventually meet my wife in Gibraltar.
Okay.
Which is great. I love Gibraltar.
Oh, I like Gibraltar, mate.
Gibraltar's an awesome place.
It's proper military, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a great place.
It's also like an English Vegas.
Yeah,
You
can get your bacon and eggs and your sausage. I do stop there quite a bit. Yeah, I lived half an hour once as well, so yeah, I like it there.
Yeah. We sail across the Atlantic, get down, do all Patagonia, and then I'm like, sort of itching to do a solo sail, and my wife's pregnant at this time, so we have our son on board the boat in Panama. And then I'm still like, I want to do a big solo sail. Like, really want to do a big one. And then our daughter was born in Mexico, and I'm still getting this itch. I'm like, you know what? How are we going to get across an ocean? And she's like, I don't know. We're not going to be able to do it with the kids on board because it's 30, 40 days at sea. It's just not fair. I was like, I agree. This is why I'm asking. Like, how are we gonna?
I agree.
Like, how are we gonna do it? And she's like, okay. I was like, look, how about I solo sail the boat to a place? If I'm solo sailing it, I'll raise money for charity, and I'll break some records, and everyone wins. She's like, well, what am I gonna do? I was like, Switzerland with your parents. Kids can have grandparent time.
Yeah.
Learn Swiss. She's like, yeah.
Done.
And I had this whole like catalogue of argument, like defending why it's a good idea. And I was like, oh, or maybe you want to hear what I've got to say as well. Like I didn't need to sell it any more than that. But yeah, so she was on board. And then it was like, so how do I get the boat ready? Got all the sponsorship. And it took about 2 years. So this is like, so sailing around the world for 8 years. And 2022 was when it was sort of like, I've got this idea. I want to give back to the community that's helped me so much.
Yeah.
That's the raising money part. The records I'll break anyway because no one else is doing it. No triple amputee is doing what I'm doing. And yeah, it's like the only way I'm going to do it is by sponsorship though. And it's like, yeah, cool. So we get all that sorted, get the boat into the right place. And then it's sort of like 2 years of hard prep, new rigging, new sails, new batteries, motors checked, job lot. And then up until the very last day, it's like the life raft better turn up. This life raft better turn up. And I get a message from the courier. It's like, oh, your life raft's now in Mexico. I was like, great. It needs to arrive today or I can't go like at all. Because you kind of need a life raft. It's one of those things that it's such an odd thing to buy. Like you want the most expensive, best life raft you can get.
Yeah, of course you do. Absolutely.
In the hope you're never going to use it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like, okay, I'm going to waste that money on that. But if I do ever use it, it's going to be incredible. But I hope I never do. Yeah, such a weird thing to buy. And that arrives like, the night before I set off. So I'm installing that the day we're prepping. And then it's like mega emotional because I'm saying bye to the kids. They don't really know what I'm doing. They just know that daddy's going to be away for, well, I said 70 days, but it ended up being 90. And yeah, they're like, yeah, but when we see you, you're going to be in Japan. Yeah, I'll sail the boat to Japan. You guys can take a plane and then we'll meet there. Yeah. Like, okay. Yeah, cool. That sounds good. But you guys are going to go and see your grandparents in Switzerland first. Like, oh, yeah. So it's all a nice big thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my kids weren't crying when I left because that would have broke me.
Yeah.
Like, that would have absolutely broke me. But yeah, they were mega excited for me and for them going to Switzerland as well. My wife's Swiss. Yeah, so a really exciting, really cool send-off. The Mexicans authorities were like, why are you doing this? And I tell them the whole thing. I want to give back to the communities that have helped me, inspire some people and show people what, an amputee can do.
Possible, yeah.
And they're like, wow, this is incredible. So like the Mexicans were mega cool with it. Obviously along the way, some dramas happened. So I think it was like the first week in, I got water into my exhaust on the windward side and it completely seized that engine, which is not an issue when you're sailing, but when you get to land, you want to run your engines.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I have 2 engines, one in each side of the hull because I'm on a catamaran. And yeah, it's like, wow, my engine's gone. Like, okay, cool. Start taking it apart, pull all the water out. Oh no, that's actually really seized. Like, there's a video of me and I'm sat sideways on. I take my legs off and I can get anywhere on the boat, right? So my engine's here and I'm in a little room like this, but I've got a 50 centimeter torque wrench, and I'm like, highest setting it can go on. I'm like 1, 2, and with the waves, like bang. I was like, that's not going anywhere. He's like, I can't put more weight on it than that. Okay, they're seized. Great. Get out. Just that's it done. It's finished. I can't work on that any more than what I've done it.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
that is a problem.
devouring time now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great. So I've only got 1 engine. Cool. And then like I do daily checks. This is how I found out that the engine was had water in it. I just do daily checks, walking around the boat, seeing for any chafing, seeing for any issues. One day I didn't catch a bit of chafing on the front, one of the front ropes holding down the sail on the front of the boat. And then in the day it just snapped. And now the really big Jenica, it's like parachute material.
Yeah.
It really really nice to fly in light winds. that's like 15 foot up in the air, and how you furl it away, it goes around a drum. You just basically roll it up.
Yeah.
But that rolling bit is up in the air, and I'm like, oh, that's never going to go. I'm not going to be able to do that. What do I do? And in all my years of sailing, I'd never had this happen. But it was always one of the dreaded things on a boat that does happen. You know, oh, well, if that happens, it goes under your boat and then it wraps around your propeller and then you've got to cut all the line. And you're like, oh, man.
Yeah.
This is going to go bad. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, don't you dare go under my boat. Like, don't you dare. And he did. Like, as if it was like, you know, okay. Straight under my boat. And yeah, I was like, I've sat for like 30 minutes, just like, how do I get this back on board without having to turn my sail up, without having to, you know, potentially ruin...
What were the conditions like at this stage?
It was quite nice. So about 15 knots of wind and I'd say about 1 meter waves. So really nice.
Amicable, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
Beautiful sailing. Yeah. It was just that chafe point that I missed. And so I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, how do I do this? How do I do it? I've got all this on video and I've sat there for like 40 minutes. I'm like, right, I've thought enough about it. I'm not getting any further in my thinking. I just have to do now. So get on the winch, start winding up. I was like, that's not working. That's just going to break the sail. Eventually, I figure out I have to undo one of the wires, anti-torsion rope. Basically, that's what the sail wraps around.
Yeah.
I undid that top part. That freed it all up, and then I could winch it up. And yeah, I made a bit of a bodge on it, but the only tear I got was like a round circle like that big. Got the sail back on the boat. It took about 3 hours, and then I was like, cool, done. Absolutely knackered. Sat down, sort of writ it down in my log. You know, like this issue happened. Don't know if I've ruined my sail or not. Blah blah blah. Sit on it for a few days. Think about what happened, and then I was like, right, I'll have a look at the sail, see how bad it is, and get it back up if it's okay. Thought it was okay. Attached the anti-torsion rope back onto the sail. I thought I did it right. Anyway, as I put the sail up, I realized I've twisted it. I put a knot in it. And I'm like, oh, no. Okay, round 2. Because with the knot in it, I couldn't furl the sail away. So I was like, it's going to go under the boat. I'm not even going to try and shout at it this time. You're going to go under the boat. Cool. I'm prepared for that. Goes under the boat. And I'm like, I've been thinking about this for days. Absolutely on my mind for days. Cool. Bam. Engine on, go in reverse. The weight of the water pulls the sail back out and I winch it straight back up. Ha! Not today. So I'm like, that took me about 30 minutes. So from 3 hours to 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm absolutely winning that. Yeah. So I was quite happy that I smashed that bit of resilience and innovation there. But that was probably the hardest thing.
Did you get any bad weather? Did you get any real sort of like proper?
Not really. No, like some big waves, but nothing really scary, you know. Really at all. The most frustrating thing was after I got past Hawaii, I was in like a really high pressure system for about a week. And I ended up drifting backwards. You know, really frustrating. Nothing you can do. I can't run my engines because I've just run out of fuel. So it's like, well, I've just got to sit here and wait.
And that's when the sea goes completely glass. Yeah, it's
Glass.
weird thing. I've seen it a few times doing the anti-piracy stuff. It's just like a mirror.
Yeah,
and you've got a little bit
incredible to see.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Frustrating, but incredible to see.
I've never done it when I've been under sail. I've only ever done it when I've been on a boat.
Yeah. So like even at night, you know, it's like no sails up because there's no point. See the stars out, they're reflecting on the sea, and you're just like, oh man, like that's incredible.
Yeah.
Like you can't
wildlife?
pay for this.
Do you see much wildlife?
As I exited Mexico, Wales, humpback whales, as I entered Japan, Riso dolphins. I'd never seen them type of dolphins before, and like I was like weirded out by them because they have like a really flat face.
Oh, like a Dorado type.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like big dolphins. Like, what is that? So that was cool. And then obviously loads of pelagic birds, you know, boobies and the storm petrels, stuff like that. Storm petrels are really cool. They're like a tiny little bird that can fit in your hand, but they're out there, like deep ocean out there. Just like, oh yeah, these are cool.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, nice. I feel you. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, and then I mean, other than that, like I broke my hand actually. That was a bit of a difficult thing. I was hanging onto a bar, you know, like that, and then the leverage that I can apply onto this is quite great, just the way it works. It snapped off. So I was like, oh no. Like I use that when I'm pulling ropes, like hook a rope around
Yeah,
and pull
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
So all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm sat down trying to pull a rope in and I'm like, oh yeah, don't have it. So oh cool, yeah, I just have to figure out another way. Just like sit on it, pull it, sit on it, or put it on my armpit or something. That was a bit difficult, but got around it, all fine. The hardest thing was sort of like missing the wife and kids.
Because you get a lot of time on your hands, don't you? When you're out in the ocean. Did you see much? Did you see anybody else the whole time you were out there?
Yeah.
Okay, you were in sort of like a shipping lane type, but because I've been out there for days sometimes in the Indian Ocean,
for sure it was
not
days.
seeing a thing like that.
Yeah,
You know, like
I think the longest it was like 6 weeks.
yeah.
I didn't see anything.
That's incredible.
You know?
It's like, ugh.
Yeah, not a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like not even planes flying over you because planes don't fly that way.
That's right. Yeah.
So you're just like massive solitary, isolated. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
like all sorts going through your mind.
I didn't feel lonely.
No?
Like, no, I kind of feel like lonely is when you have the possibility to have people around you, but you just don't. So if there's people there and they're not around you, you'll feel lonely, or at least I feel lonely. Whereas if there's no people to be around, I can't feel lonely, and that is exactly what I didn't feel lonely at all out at sea.
Interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, really weird. Yeah. However, I did miss my wife and kids incredibly.
Cool.
Yeah, and that, like, thank technology now, because I had Starlink on board, and that had like Wi-Fi.
You can see it going across at night, can't you?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
mad, isn't it? It's like mad, like that. Wow. The first time I saw it, I didn't even know what Starlink was.
With the six satellites.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Crazy
that's a really cool thing to see when you're out at sea.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, counting the satellites go by.
Yeah. No, mad. So you get to Japan. Obviously, Mrs. is in Japan waiting for you.
No. My wife's pregnant, so we're expecting our third child. And early on, there was a bit of a problem. It's all good now, but there was a slight like worry, and the doctor said it's probably best if you don't fly, 22 hours. And then fly another 22 hours back a week later. It's a bit much stress on your body. So my mum and dad were there.
Okay.
And that was really great, Like, I didn't realize I don't know how to celebrate. I have got no idea how to celebrate. I got there and I was like, it's great. And they're like, you don't want to like jump up in the air or like scream or anything? I was just like, I'm good. I understand what I've achieved, but I just want to sit down and like take it all in and just be like, that was really cool. Yeah. I don't like woo or anything. It looks really like anticlimactic when I get there. Because I'm like, yeah, cool, I did it. And they're like, nothing more? Like, not really. Like, I've done it.
Let's go and have a scoff.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Let's get checked in. Let's crack on. I've got stuff to do. Because like I had the engine brake, and that's still being worked on now. So I had to. I get there, I check into the country, see my mum and dad, which is all amazing, and then I've got to prepare the boat to be left, which means getting the engine out. So I lifted the engine out myself.
Yeah.
123 kilo engine. I was like, can I get some help from the agents and stuff? And they're like, oh, the mechanic's not going to be by. I was like, I just need some guy to hold the chain while I pull it up. And it all got lost in translation somewhere. I ended up pulling up the engine myself. So I've got legs off. I'm sat there happy as Larry, just like, I'm doing this all on my own, like a big boy. And yeah, I get the engine out all completely on by myself. And I'm like, oh man, I really want to tackle this like engine job myself as well. But it's been 4 months now. I've not seen the kids and wife. Like, I really need to get back to the UK. And sort of getting back to the UK was really nice because they were there waiting for me at the airport. And then, so that's like, my son wouldn't let go of me.
Oh, sure.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's absolutely
nice.
awesome, and everything's all good. Everyone's happy, relieved I'm back. I'm doing all that. And then all the other opportunities come up, like the actual presentation of the world records.
Yeah.
I was like, for some reason, it was sort of like, I've done it. I had done it when I got to Japan, but it's like, now I've got a piece of paper that says I've done it. Proof, as it were, like other than the video, but it was sort of like a real nice validation.
Much of a press call on that when you got back?
Yeah, so I did quite a lot of the press after I landed. I did it all remotely in Japan, yeah. But that was really cool because that helped bolster the fundraising massively.
Yeah. Sponsors like a bit of that, don't they?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was really good, and yeah, so like I set out to do everything. I did everything that I set out to do. Like sailed the ocean, raised the money for the charities, inspired a bunch of people, and gave back where I said I would.
Yeah, no, fair play to you.
Really proud of it.
What's your plans now? Yeah,
just sort of try and be a dad,
Okay. Got any more crazy adventures planned?
Maybe something in 2027.
Okay.
But we go back to the boat in November.
Which is still in Japan, yeah?
Yeah, in Hiroshima.
Okay.
Yeah. We get back to the boat in November, and then we slowly sail towards the Philippines.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll give you a report.
There's some dangerous waters around there as well.
I'll give you a report on Taiwan.
Yeah, there's some dangerous waters around there, isn't there? Piracy and all that sort of stuff, isn't there?
I think they've. So I messaged a guy yesterday about this. The Sulu Sea was supposed to be quite a bad.
Is it the Malacca Straits they got? Around
That as well, yeah. So like,
so
between
cheeky,
the Philippines and Palawan is the Sulu Sea.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be really bad.
I hope your geography teacher's watching this. By
I know,
the way.
right?
You know
Yeah.
All right, sorted.
Look at me now. Yeah, really funny that. So that's all good now. But I think the Malacca Straits it just depends where you are, right? You get bad eggs everywhere.
Yeah.
Just unlucky or unlucky, aren't you?
So that's more or less you. Family time is the most important thing now.
Right now.
Yeah, but you're up in Donny with all your mum and your dad and all that sort of stuff.
So I'm only back for 3 days. I'm actually staying in Switzerland.
Okay.
So I'm getting legs sorted.
Okay.
So I'm back for an appointment for that, and obviously to do this. So back for 3 days. Fly back on Friday, and then it's sort of nestle in for the birth of the baby.
Yeah. Wow. Exciting times again.
Very exciting times. Yeah.
How'd you cope with a baby? Because it's sort of like, you know what I mean? It's a very difficult thing to do one-handed, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So fortunately,
flinging the hook around his head, don't you?
Right. My wife. Anytime the baby comes to me, it's like arm off. Yeah. I completely agree with you. Yeah.
No, I get it. It must be like, oh.
Yeah. So like, I always sit down with the baby and never walk with the baby just in case I fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, Renata's a really, really good mom, and she really believes in like the skin on skin stuff. So the longer the baby's on breast or skin on skin, the closer they can get. And so like probably for the first month or so, it'll mostly just be her, and I'll be tackling the other two, trying to feed everyone and keep everyone together.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll be doing full dad duties, which is
good.
great.
No, exciting times, nice times ahead of you.
One of the hardest things, one-handed, is socks. Putting socks on kids because the feet are all over, right? And you're like, how do I do this? I've got it now, but yeah, man, that took ages.
Really?
Like, yeah, socks. I was just sat there laughing.
You just don't think about stuff like that, do you? Do you know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden, if you try, my grandkids are going to get terrorised now. I'm going to try and put a one-handed sock on now. I've got to do that.
The big toe first.
But that's a TikTok right there, isn't it?
Right, yeah. I suppose it is, yeah. But yeah, like socks.
I'll have to come and get a lesson off you.
Properly laughing to myself. Like, socks, foiled by socks. Yeah, great.
Yeah, don't worry about the sail that's under the boat, all right? I can do that in 30 socks.
Yeah. Like, silly little things like that are just really amusing to me. Like, doing a hose clamp or a Jubilee clip, like you usually hold it with one hand and tighten it with the other, right?
Yeah.
I've got this like socket set that does it, but obviously as I tighten it, you put pressure on it and it spins around. And I'm like, these silly things again. Every time I'm just like,
coming after you.
A bit of tape, proper bit of tape around it first, and with the drill. Yeah, great, done. It's taken me ages to figure out these things though. Like, how do you screw a screw in one-handed?
Yeah, I suppose you've got to balance it on the end, haven't you?
Yeah, so
and then try and get it to...
For ages, I was like, screw on the end of the screwdriver. And I'm like, okay, whack, screw it in, right? And then my brother was like, because he's like a joiner. He's like, why don't you
blue tackle set?
Drill a hole first. I was like, as soon as you say it, yeah. Great. I'm a carpenter or a joiner. I was like, yeah, thank you, mate. That's a really, really good tip.
Cheers.
Yeah. 5 years of struggling, but that's an absolute golden tip. Yeah.
Oh, mate, I can sit here and talk to you for hours. We haven't got hours,
I
unfortunately,
know, yeah.
but I'd love to. I'd love you to come back. Look, listen, you've got some exciting times ahead of you. I wish you, your missus, and your kids all the best. I really do. You're a tremendous geezer. You really are.
Yeah, thank
And
you so
we really
much.
loved having you on, and I wish you all the best with you, your parents, your kids, and all that sort of stuff. I really do, genuinely.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great life. I want to see you back out there doing bits and pieces because I think you like that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, there's plenty more in that salty sea dog over there.
Exactly.
Right, listen, thanks a lot, bud.
Thank
All
you.
right. Beautiful.
Cheers.
All right.